About a year ago, I put out a cover of Zanarkand, and I've since then gotten tons of requests for a tutorial video on it. So I have that original video in the description as well as the tab for the song, and we'll go through it right here. You should start off with your left hand fingering an E minor. And with your right hand, I pluck the low E string with my thumb and the high E string with my ring finger. And that's right where it starts. Then after that, we're going to move up the strings with the thumb to the A and the D. Then once you've got that, the next move is to take your third finger and move it to the 4th fret on the D string, and then you pluck the D string and the B string with your thumb and middle finger. Then next you pluck the G string and the E string with your thumb and your ring, just open. Then next you want to take your third finger and put it on the 2nd fret on the E string, and that note's just alone. And it's important that this is with the 3rd finger for what we're going to do next, because we're going to move it to the 3rd fret and get that C, that 3rd fret on the A string, and I like to let those open notes ring out, because I think they add a little extra dissonance, but in a very good way. So let's go through that again. So for the next part, we're going to start with 2 Ds. And if you're familiar with C major, take that same shape, that same fingering, and move it over 2 frets to get those 2 Ds. And take off your 2nd finger for now, but you're going to use it later. So again, with the thumb and the ring, we're going to pluck the 3rd fret on the B string and the 5th fret on the A to get those 2 Ds. Then next with the ring finger, we're going to hit an open D and then bring down that 2nd finger that we want to put there because it looks a lot like a C chord. Then we're going to change positions and bring the 1st finger to the 2nd fret on the G string. Then we're going to take our 2nd and 3rd finger and put them on the 3rd frets on the A and B string. Same thing as the chord we ended the last part on. Then for the next part, it's just going to be an open E, hit with your ring finger. And we're going to slide that chord over a little bit and move that 3rd finger to the 2nd fret on the E string, and then the 2nd finger to the 2nd fret on the A. So it's going to be that little maneuver. So everything we have so far is So for the next part, we're going to be doing a lot of work with the thumb. And we're going to start off with putting the 2nd and 3rd finger on the 3rd frets of the E and A. And we're going to pluck that C with the thumb on the A string along with an open B with the ring finger. And then we're going to move the thumb to that G above it that we already have placed there. For every other pluck, you're going to hit that B string with the ring finger again. So what the thumb is doing is so there's a slide there at the end. And you're going to pluck the B string for every other one. So and then for the last one, you're going to pluck the G and the B at the same time. So everything we have so far is first finger, put that on the 2nd fret on the G string, and then your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the B. So. Then this next part is a little bit tricky. You want to do a power chord on the 2nd fret on the A string. Then we're going to pluck that, and then move the 1st finger to the E string while barring the A. And then we're going to hit the A string again, which is now barred. And then I start walking up with my 1st finger that's free here to the 4th fret. Now here's where it becomes kind of a stretch. I move up to the 4th fret and then bring my pinky on the 5th. As I'm going to put my pinky finger on the 5th fret here to continue the walk up, and at the same time I'm going to move my 1st finger up to stop barring the A string. So you end up with a pretty awkward hand position here. But once we got that, we're then going to pluck the D string and then the open B. So that open B is why we needed to get the 1st finger out of the way. And I try to let all these notes ring out the best I can. Hence the awkward hand position you have to do right here to kind of achieve that. So now here's everything that we've learned so far, played all together and played really slow. Alright, well that's everything I'm going to go over in this video. If you want to learn the full song, the tab is in the description. And if you want to follow along with the original video, that's here. Here's more lesson videos that I have. Facebook, Twitter, subscribe for more stuff. And thank you guys so much for watching. And have fun with the song.